Start this right now on Live Impact News on WCNC+.
Since the day he was sworn in, and I thank him for his leadership. Where's Treasurer? I just lost him. And I want to acknowledge former Treasurer, current Mayor of Raleigh, Janet Cowell, who is here and has been a supporter of this idea from her 8 years as service as Treasurer. I want to thank the bill sponsors, Representatives Jones, Hall, Ross, and Tyson. This bill will create the North Carolina Investment Authority. It establishes a board of directors for that authority, and it gives them statutory responsibilities. Currently, our state investment decisions are made by only one person, our state treasurer. Very few states have this system of what we call a sole fiduciary for making decisions about the hard-working state employees' pensions. And while I trust that Treasurer Briner would do an excellent job if he kept this authority to himself, he and I share a belief that this process will be stronger when more voices are involved. This bill will put North Carolina in line with the vast majority of states in this country that also invest our state employees using a committee to help make that advice. At this point, I'll turn it over to Treasurer Briner, who will speak more about this important legislation. Treasurer.
Thank you, Governor. I appreciate you allowing us to crash your home Friday morning.
Our home.
Our home, excuse me. I also appreciate how quickly you were to embrace this concept. We had breakfast some months ago now, and as I launched into my explanation of what this bill does, it took you almost 5 seconds to figure out how important this is for our state. We have fallen short on the investment side. That has come at a cost to our taxpayers, that has come at a cost to our retirees, and this legislation allows us to fix that problem. I also want to thank our bill sponsors, Representative Jones, Representative Ross, Representative Tyson, Representative Hall, Senator Craven, and those who are not here, Senator Lee, Senator Heiss, and former Senator Newton, all had their fingerprints on putting this proposal together in a really important way. I also want to recognize former Treasurer Mayor Cowell. We are building on the work that you started 13 years ago, I believe, and hopefully improving that even a little bit more, but it really has been a long time in the making for this state. And then I want to thank the Treasurer's team. There are a number of different departments who've been an integral part of putting this together, but particularly Kevin Sigrist, Kevin who began this some dozen years ago, Amy Auth and Colin Russell. Amy and Colin, you've spoiled me, making this so seamless and working with the General Assembly to deliver this to the governor. So now you've raised my expectations that it's always this easy. Eric Nesbitt, of course, and then our legal team, Ben and Jason of note. I'll say two things before I yield here. First, when you think about long voyages, it is a small change in degrees of destination that lead to radically different outcomes over time. If Columbus had sailed 5 degrees further north, he would have ended up in Canada, not in the Bahamas. And that is what we're doing here today. We're changing the degrees that we're headed by a slight amount, but it will have profound differences for our state over long periods of time. If we can deliver 1% more, we will be able to deliver $2 billion a year more to our state budget. And that is why we're doing this. But let me end by saying our work is not done today. While we're at the end of the beginning and we're able to put this authority together, there's a tremendous amount of work that will be done by our team to make it a reality. And I look forward to that. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Governor. Thank you.
Awesome. If the bill sponsors could join the treasurer behind me as I sign this into law, I would like to invite you forward. Everybody know what time it is?
8:15. Stein time.
We know what day this is.
13.
What year is it?
2025, June.
Yay.
For the sponsors, and we will get another one. Thank you. We got more photos.
All right, we're gonna do 2 rounds of photos, starting with the sponsors.
Okay. Where do you want?
If you'll just
Right here.
right on,
All right, come on.
right on in front.
Just want to get you caught up here at 9:35. Jane Monreal here with you on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. This is Governor Stein. Looks like obviously taking some photo ops with other state leaders and lawmakers. He is reported to have signed a number of bills, and just a photo op opportunity there out of Raleigh, North Carolina, this morning, just moments ago. So we are just taking this feed and playing it back to you from the governor's office.